We had received several complaints for odor emanating from the residence, severe animal odor, as well as dogs barking and noise nuisance. And that complaint, the most recent complaint, came in on Monday. Our officer was not able to get up with a person who lived there until yesterday afternoon, when he located their vehicle there and found that they were home. We initiated an investigation at that point and discovered a serious odor of urine in the residence, and 44 animals were in this home. We were, based on our initial investigation, the determination was made to seize the animals for several different reasons, and we are in the middle of the investigation and determining what the charges will be. But I can tell you that there will be civil and criminal charges, most likely, as a result of our investigation. But that will be released at a later time. Well, it's just a result of the investigation based on the conditions that the animals were in, any medical records, such as rabies vaccination that they may have or lack thereof, would lead to charges possibly. Any violation of the animal ordinance that Henderson County has in place would bring on charges. The language in the animal ordinance would be mistreatment of animals, so that's a part of our investigation, whether there's any evidence to prove that. Animal cruelty refers generally to the state law, and certainly we would include that as a part of our investigation as well. There was feces on the floor as well, not a large amount based on the number of animals, but an amount that was unpleasant. And due to the number of 44 animals in this one residence, just the conditions, you couldn't help but realize the condition would be really bad. I had followed up on a complaint in January on barking dogs as well as the nuisance of the odor, and met with this person who lived in this residence, and we had come up with a plan actually for them to come into compliance with the animal ordinance. Obviously that plan was not followed. Matter of fact, at that point the number of animals that I determined was under 20. And now, as we got there yesterday, we discovered 44 animals. So not only was there no compliance or no effort to come into compliance, there was actually an increase of animals.
What's going to happen with the animals now? I mean, are they going to stay here, or?
Well, that will be up to the Animal Services Director as far as where they are. However, anytime there's a criminal or civil investigation on an animal that's been seized, they are kept and taken care of, fed, medical treatment, that kind of thing, until a disposition in the case is determined.
So this person couldn't come and get their animals out until something has been
correct
disposed in the court system.
When you walked in that house and you got to count 44 animals in this one small little place, what went through your mind? I mean,
well, I was disappointed. Certainly, the agreement that I'd come to, I had hoped would be honored, and that was obvious that had not been honored. Not only was it not honored in the time frame we had set on back in January, but 6 months later, it still hadn't been honored. Matter of fact, there was, a negative action, increased number of animals. So there was disappointment, and then concern for the welfare of the animals, and just what is it that we can do to make sure that these animals are taken care of and protected, and the health and safety of the general public as well.